It's not giving money that is my subject today. I'm not about to talk about offering or anything. I want to show you how to get it, how to create it. Actually, my subject tonight is not creation, it's management, because I'm dealing with family issues. So I started studying the Old Testament. Everybody, Abraham, all of them, loaded. And then I started studying the Jewish people. They said, an Englishman wrote a book. He said, there are 5 global tribes. They are global. You see them in every country, everywhere you go. And they are the ones that have their hand on the largest portion of the wealth of this universe. And the Jews are on the top of the food chain. After that, you meet the Indians, the Chinese. I started studying them. So it's not just our Caucasian brothers or Igbo people. No. These tribes are even beating Igbo people right now in their countries. We're taking a walk in central London. There are some streets we'll pass, Asians. You cross to the other side, Asians. They dominate everything. And I'm wondering, what is going on? I get to the airport, people taking care of everything. Asians, either Indians or Pakistanis. And the Pakistanis are one of them. Actually, they are also Indians. It's just that they were divided into 2. I started studying them. And so here is what the rabbis taught me. It said the family is the first business school a child must attend. The family. Every family must be a business school. And that's what happens to their synagogue. It said there are 3 layers of defense for the Jews. That the first business school is the family. The second is the synagogue. Before the universities that the government built. That one is the last stage. Then they said the first bank, financial institution, is the family. The second is the synagogue, their communities. Before you get to the official banks that the government set up and other businessmen. Before you see a Jew in a bank borrowing, it is very hard. They don't borrow. Because of the ability to tap the power of the family and the power of community. So Proverbs 22 verse 6, it said, train up a child, verse 6, train up a child in the way he should go. When he is grown, he will not depart from it. But now we will only give them that portion of the Bible we do, salvation and other. They give them holistic training. They give them spiritual training, moral training. They give them domestic training, how to cook, clean house. Then they give them financial education. Financial literacy is taught in every home. They said it is a result of the ancient wisdom of the Jewish, which started as far back as their patriarchs, Abraham. All those men were wealthy people and they were covenant people. They've accumulated this wisdom. You go to their synagogue, they have business trainings, financial management trainings. You come to the home, everybody takes that thing they learn in church, they go home and they use home as a base, as a school, as issue to train. And so train up a child in the way he should go. So I wanted to know what type of training verse 7 explains. Teach them that the rich rules over the poor and that the borrower is a servant to the lender. Teach them, if they are going to be the head, they have to be the ones lending. If they are the ones borrowing, then they will come under. And that's what God told them in Deuteronomy 28 when he made covenant. He said, you will be the head and not the tail. You will be above only and not beneath. And the key is, you will be the one lending to many nations and not borrowing. Did you see it? The ones that control the means of production and distribution. The ones that control the wealth are the ones that also decide policies, that influence policies. Give them financial literacy at home. Instead of being a slave of compound interest, which is what happens when you go borrowing, let them use compound interest to their advantage to grow more wealth. It's only to their own brothers that are not allowed to add interest, but they are taught by God to use interest to rule the rest of the world. So they are the ones that invented non-interest banking. Which our cousins now are using. That's for their own communities. I have even gone to study what is so-called non-interest banking. How do you now get the bank going? How does it make profit? It is profit sharing, no? It is equity sharing. This is what a Jewish man does. If he wants to start a business now, the first 2-3 investors in that business who will own part of the company will be from his family. He will look at the immediate family because the family is the first bank, and they will bring capital. He will contribute his own and they share equity. So they have joint ownership. They are the one that started this thing and Bros, like Lehman Brothers. They own the largest bank in the world. It is that bank that shook a little and the whole world went into global meltdown in 2008. If after that the capital is not enough, they look at the extended family, because the family is the first bank. But it is not free money that we are giving to. We are owning a portion of the business along with him. If at that stage it is something so big they are not able to deal with it at the family level, they go to their communities. The community has a pool of resources. You see, church is a community. If you know what we are capable of, if we know, just us here, what we are capable of, what if one day the Nigerian church wakes up? We'll be lending money to nations and be deciding policies for those nations. We don't yet understand the power of kingdom community. What you women are capable of, just women coming together. If you know what you are capable of, what men are capable of alone. That's the last bus stop for most Jewish people. They get the capital they need and they have the return they put back in that community as they progress. And that's how the thing moves. You will never see them in US in the charity line coming to. You will never see them. And they have a principle. You only borrow money for multiplication of money, for wealth creation. You only borrow money for investment. That means if you have seen something that can give you 10 times that money, plus the cost of credit, then they can go and borrow. You will never see a Jew borrow money for consumption. You will never see a Jew borrow money because he wants to drive a big car. One of their first value is frugality, and frugality is simplicity of life. You can be a billionaire. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. That's a Jew. Who owns Facebook? Look at how simple. You wear jeans and where is the flashy car? That's how they are. They believe in simplicity of life. They are not given to ostentatious and display of, and whatever. There was a time the Jewish people made that mistake. It cost them dearly. After what they suffered in Europe, you don't see a Jewish man doing that anymore. They live below their means so that they can accumulate capital for investment and for multiplication. Okay, I want to close. Bring me the board. Whatever I draw here, you project it so everybody will see. There is a 5-process system. It's a system that they have developed for financial management. And they teach it to children from the time they were born. So even if you give birth to a baby and people are coming to donate gifts, that money is shared into these 5 different structures. There is a 5 structure and system, a process for managing money that they use. Yes. Be sure I have something to write. They call it the 5 jar system. Jar is like container. Even me, when we were growing up, they used to give us this wooden container with a little hole where we drop coins. And as it's growing, you shake it. Your money is growing. Yeah. So you start practicing banking at home. Okay, so do we have containers? I don't think we have enough glasses. If we have 5, I will have used them to illustrate what I'm teaching. So is it called the 5 jar system? I want you to watch. And this is what they do. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all your heart and all that. Verse 6. These words which I commanded this day shall be in your heart. Verse 7. Watch. You shall teach them diligently to your children. You shall talk of them when you sit in the house, the family. You shall talk of them when you walk by the way. You shall talk of them when you lie down. You shall talk of them when you get up, whether morning devotion, evening devotion. Use every opportunity to keep passing this lesson, and the children grow. Is now their culture. They teach the spiritual side, they teach the moral and the values, and then they teach the financial wisdom. 5 jar system. Of financial management. Now, I'll do it fast. Jar number 1. Jar 1. That's container number 1. Jar number 2. Container number 2. Jar number 3, or the 3rd container. The 4th container, jar number 4, or container, and the 5th one. Okay. Now watch what they do here. They take what Moses taught them. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. The first money goes to God. That's the first container. That God must be put first. You will see many of the writings in the scripture. First fruit, first this, first that. Like Proverbs 3 verse 9 said, honor the Lord with the first fruit of all your increase. And then your bars will be filled with plenty and your presses will be bought for. That's the wealthiest man and the wisest man that wrote this. If you're wise, you listen to him. Okay, number 2. I said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, so that you must show it in your money. That money is not your God by putting God first. Number 2 is, love your neighbor as yourself. So they produce 2 principles from here. You don't love your neighbor more than yourself. So you put yourself, you, as the second. Then others as number 3. You see, the 3rd jar is others. You don't love your neighbor more than yourself. You have to pay the man that made the money before you start giving to another person. So you have to love your neighbor as yourself, the way you love yourself. The 4th is they bring in the wisdom that the patriarchs have taught them about your future. A righteous man, a good man, lays the inheritance for his children's children. They say future, your future. And the future of your children is the 4th thing. You divide the money and invest in it. And the last is your needs and wants. Needs and wants. Or you can include your bills. Your bills is what they put last. We put it first. Once money enter our hand, we start spending. Once money enter a Jewish man's hand, he has 5 systems through which he divides that income, and spending is the last. So watch now. The first one, love the Lord your God, is what we call tithes. Then love yourself so you can love your neighbor. They call it savings. They call savings not only that you pay yourself first, who earn the money, before you start paying landlord, before you start paying doctors, you start paying telephone bills, you start paying. What happens? Money come, we spread it and pay every other person. The man that earns the money never gets anything. Pay the laborer first, who earned that money. Then the one for others, they call it charity or giving. The ones that are born again among them say it's charity and missions. The one for your future, they call it investment. That is where they turn compound interest to the advantage. Money that is put in a way that is bearing, is creating more money. The last one that satisfies your needs is what is called expenses. This is the 5 technology and systems the Jew. So even if you like, let it be $1 that enters and it's to a child. They teach that child. It has to be broken down. And here is the formula for sharing any amount of money. You send 10% to God. He is the owner of the universe. He's also the owner of your life, the owner of the air you are breathing, the owner of the brain you are using to work, the owner of your skills. Do you know, just one small knot burns in your brain, the whole body is paralyzed. You are in a wheelchair. You can't move. Just one small whatever. You know how electric house, sometimes light goes off in your house and you call the electrical, they go to the brain box and they adjust something. Light comes back there. Just one small thing burns. Your ear can't hear again. Your eyes can't see. You'll be looking like this. So when you say, I'm self-made, I'm the one, humble yourself. Go to the grave and see self-made people. Then number 2, the one you give to yourself, they are also apportioned 10%. That 10% of every money that enters your hand must be removed for your own personal security. Now, we don't have the time. I'm about to round up to show you the application of this in family management. I've seen all types of teachings they're giving families, and I've practiced different types. Nothing has worked like this. For your own security. And let me tell you, men, whether you are practicing joint account, multiple account, 3 account, make sure you have 10% reserved for your old age. It's a warning I'm giving you. If you don't learn it, you will learn. Reserve 10% for yourself, not for your wife. You see, we spend on the children, we spend on the women, we want to send them to the best, and we will get to that. You will see, you have 50% on expenses. Burn all the rest of your money on your family. Make sure you are saving 10% for yourself. The latter years of your life, from 60 beyond, health challenges will start coming, other things will start coming, and you will find out. Sometimes if these children you have spent everything on, you find out that they are selfish, they are busy looking after their own life. Anyway, it doesn't have to do with children because they train them on time how to look after their parents. But the parents too secure themselves. They put investment for themselves.